Imagine a group of men pulling off a heist so perfect that police had no idea who did it. Disguises, master plans, and $2.7 million in cash stolen without a single alarm going off. But here's the twist. Most of that money was never found. To this day, people wonder, where did the money go? Was it buried, hidden in plain sight? Or is it still out there, waiting to be discovered? Stick around, because this is the mind-blowing story of the Great Brink's Robbery, a crime so bold it's still called the crime of the century. On the freezing night of January 17th, 1950, in Boston, Massachusetts, something happened that would shock the entire country. A group of 11 men pulled off one of the most daring robberies in history. Their target? The Brink's Armored Car Depot, a building known for its high security and large amounts of cash. But these robbers were not your average street criminals. They were professionals. They spent months watching every move made by Brink's employees. They studied the guards' shifts, the timing of cash deliveries, and every security measure in place. And when they finally struck, it was as if they had planned for every possible outcome. On the night of the robbery, the gang entered the depot wearing masks, gloves, and navy blue coats, clothes that made them look like Brink's employees. They moved like shadows, silent and quick. They tied up the guards, covered their mouths with tape, and ordered them to stay quiet. Within minutes, the robbers were inside the vault. They didn't have to crack a safe or break down a wall. Instead, they found bags of cash already stacked and ready for them to take. They grabbed $2.7 million in cash, coins, and checks, loaded it into their truck, and disappeared into the night. No alarms went off. No witnesses saw them leave. When police arrived, they were stunned. There were no signs of forced entry, no fingerprints, no clues. It was as if the money had vanished into thin air. News of the robbery spread like wildfire, and headlines called it the crime of the century. Banks, security companies, and even the FBI were shaken. How could anyone rob Brink's, one of the most secure depots in America, and get away so cleanly? The FBI launched a massive investigation, but leads were few and far between. The robbers had left behind no solid evidence. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. With no arrests and no trace of the money, it seemed like the perfect crime. For 6 years, the robbers lived quietly, blending into their communities. They didn't spend large amounts of money or do anything to draw attention to themselves. But, as with most big crimes, greed and betrayal eventually ruined everything. One of the robbers, Joseph Specs O'Keefe, was arrested for an unrelated crime. While in prison, he feared that his former partners might betray him or even have him killed to keep him quiet. To save himself, O'Keefe made a deal with the FBI. He revealed the names of his co-conspirators and told the story of how the robbery happened. Armed with this information, the FBI finally tracked down the robbers. One by one, they were arrested, and soon the public knew the names of the men behind the infamous heist. It seemed like the case was finally solved. But there was one big problem. The money was gone. Where did the money go? Out of the $2.7 million stolen, only a small portion was ever recovered. The rest of the money seemed to disappear. Some people believe the robbers buried it in secret locations, hoping to dig it up after they got out of prison. Others think that it was hidden in safes, attics, or secret compartments. Despite the arrests, the FBI never found the missing money. To this day, no one knows where it went. Could it be hidden in someone's basement, buried in an open field, or was it quietly spent over the years, dollar by dollar, until nothing remained? The mystery remains unsolved, and treasure hunters still dream of finding it. The mystery lives on. The Great Brink's Robbery was more than just a heist. It became a legend. Even with most of the robbers behind bars, one big question remains. Where is the missing money? Could it still be out there, hidden and waiting to be found? If so, will it ever be discovered? Let us know in the comments where you think the money might be. If you enjoyed this story of mystery and suspense, be sure to like the video and subscribe to Lost and Unsolved Mysteries. We'll keep bringing you more thrilling stories just like this one. Thanks for watching, and remember, sometimes the greatest mysteries are hiding right under our noses.